Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Brandt's Brews and Other News. We're here for Volume 3 of our InterBrews segment, which is when we interview brewers and owners of local breweries. And this week we've got Max, our good friend Max, with Gig Harbor Brewing Company. Adam and I had the opportunity to go over to their brewery location in Tacoma. They also have a tap room, in Gig Harbor as well. And ask him some questions about their brewery and their adventure and how they got started and what they plan on doing in the future and all that good stuff. So please enjoy the following interview with Max. We had a great time with him and hope you enjoy. All right, Max, thanks for having us here today, man. How did you guys start as a brewery?
Well, my dad and I started producing the Gig Harbor Beer Fest about 7 years ago. And after doing that for almost probably the fourth year in, we had gotten to know a bunch of beer people really well. We liked being around that kind of culture. Yeah. And we said, hey, you know what, let's start a brewery. No one's named Gig Harbor Brewing.
Absolutely. Cool. What do you think helps separate you from the other craft breweries around?
I think our head brewer helps a lot. We're definitely trying to be a production brewery, so we hired a commercial brewer. We're not home brewers trying to take it to the next level. He's trying to do a lot of traditional, nice tasting ales, as opposed to maybe chasing some sort of crazy beer phase.
Yeah. Okay. What are your main goals as a brewery, part of this company?
Again, production. We just want to turn out the best product we can, and also build a community around both the tap rooms and our business as a whole.
Absolutely. And how long have you guys been here in Tacoma?
We opened the Tacoma spot November 2015. It's going to be 3 years next month.
Awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, I love this place. And then you said Gig Harbor location opened pretty recently?
Yeah, Gig Harbor, we opened that spot April 7th, I think. First weekend of April this past year.
Very cool. I know you kind of touched on this already, but how did you guys get into the brewing business exactly? And how did you start brewing beer?
So again, we really just like we love drinking the beer, and we love being with people and talking about beer and sharing beer. And again, we were running a beer fest, and my dad and I were both in a situation where we were ready to try something new. I was working in sports, and he was working in graphic design. And so we've always kind of wanted to work together on something, and beer is one of our common loves.
That's awesome, man. That's very cool. I love it. What's your most popular beer, and why might it be?
By far, the Giggly Blonde does best in the tap rooms and our distributors. It's light, it's easy to drink, it's a good gateway for people who aren't into craft beer. That want to try a craft beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
How do you guys decide what types of beer to serve or have on tap at any time?
A lot of our beer decisions are all up to our head brewer.
Mm-hmm.
We trust him, and it's kind of whatever he really wants to play around with. But we like to make stuff that we want to drink.
Absolutely. That's really cool. Do you have any, I know you do, but how many year-round taps do you guys have?
We've got 5 flagship beers. That's the Blonde, our Round Rock IPA, our Sturdy Gurdy Double IPA, our Racing Rooster Red Ale, and our Gig Harbor Imperial Stout.
Nice. What do you think brings people into Gig Harbor Brewing, especially if they haven't been here or tried anything from you guys before?
I think we try and make both our tap rooms extremely cozy and welcoming, but also I would hope people are coming in because of the beer. I mean, obviously, if they're looking for a good beer or they've been recommended the beer, then I'm hoping that's why they come in.
Absolutely, and I can vouch for that for sure. The place is always very welcoming, and the sports and beer tending staff's always great. You guys are always very welcoming.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Our favorite, we always joke, because people say, oh, you've got rugs and soft seating, it's like a living room, and our favorite place to drink is our living room. So
that makes sense.
That's what we wanted to recreate.
Nice, man. You guys in particular, I see your beers at grocery stores, gas stations more often than most other beers. How does the distribution work for you guys? Like, do you choose certain spots, or?
So we're distributed by Olympic Eagle in 6 South Puget Sound counties, including Pierce. Okay. So they come in, they buy wholesale, and then they go out and sell to their clientele.
Awesome.
And then we're distributed by Crown in 6 counties north of King County.
Cool.
So almost the whole western side of the state. We self-distribute ourselves in King County, and that's pretty much days of walking into bars, dropping off samples, talking to people, building relationships.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. How crucial is your beer tending staff to the success of the brewery as a whole?
Super crucial. You want someone that you're trying to build a group of regulars. So you want someone that they want to come see, that they enjoy having a beer with, which is very important. And you want someone who's knowledgeable about beer and can sit and talk about beer, because people who come into tap rooms are beer heads.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. I know I did not send you this question in advance, but I'm curious. You guys have delivery to the tap room.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Did you have to work out a deal with those guys, or set up something, or is that just they can deliver here?
I mean, Jimmy John's is close enough. Puget Sound Pizza we went to and asked. They've had us on tap before.
Okay.
Abella's Pizza, I actually had a buddy who was working there as a delivery driver when we opened, so we got in with them, and they're always welcome to do that. And then, yeah, those are kind of the big 3. Nice. Uber Eats, I guess,
Sure. That's really cool. I love it. And one last question. If you could share one thing with your customers or patrons that they might not already know, what might that be?
I would share that Mike O'Hara, our brewer, he's got 17 years commercial brewing experience. He's worked now for, including us, 4 different breweries. I would also share we've opened a second location in Gig Harbor this past April. Tap room right downtown in historic Gig Harbor. And we are making moves to expand our distribution to the eastern side of the state.
Awesome.
Hopefully by this next year.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Love it. Is there anything else you'd like to add in regards to anything?
Oh, that's all good.
Cool, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to Brands, Brews, and Other News. Hope you enjoyed Volume 3 of InterBrews with Max Fosberg of Gig Harbor Brewing Company. I love their beer. The tap room's right down from my work, and I stop by, pretty frequently, so it's good to have a place like that nearby. They're super friendly and love what they do and make you feel at home when you're there. So if you're in Tacoma, check out the Gig Harbor Brewing Tap Room on South Tacoma Way, or if you're on the harbor, check out the tap room there. You can find their beer in stores and at the brewery, so keep an eye out, grab one, enjoy it. They do a killer job. Thank you guys. We'll be in touch. Appreciate the support. Cheers.